Australians are by nature hilarious, but which Australian state is the funniest? Which one produces the best comedians? In this video, we're going to look at the best comedians to come out of every state and territory and rank them from number 8 to number 1 based on their best comedian. And we begin with Tasmania, which is exactly where you deserve to be at number 8, considering the best comedian that you've given us from your shitty little state is Hannah Gadsby. Ugh.
Do you know blue is a cold colour? It's on the cold end of the spectrum, but the hottest part of the flame, blue.
But that's not just my opinion. In fact, if you type Hannah Gadsby into the YouTube search bar, the first result, before even just her name, is Hannah Gadsby not funny. And then just Hannah Gadsby. Such is the shitness of Hannah Gadsby. I literally couldn't find any comedians from the Northern Territory, which means Tasmania lost to a territory with no comedians. That's how bad Hannah Gadsby is. South Australia. South Australia is known for producing serial killers. And when your best comedian is Demi Lardner, I can understand why.
Did I hear someone say they wanted to hear my dad's Google history? Dad's Google history. Dad's Google history.
Urge to kill rising.
I would rather circumcise myself with a meat grinder than watch any more of Demi Lardner. I can't do it, she makes me want to spew. The ACT comes in at number 5, and the biggest comedian I know from the ACT is Tom Armstrong. You might know him from the Roundabout Crew on YouTube or Tom and Frenchie podcast. I think the dude's hilarious. I don't know of anyone bigger, so I got him down as their top comedian, and that's why they're in at number 5. At number 4, it's Victoria, and a lot of people might have been thinking they were going to be higher on this list, but when you consider that the whole state is a fucking joke, and it's remarkable how unfunny they actually are. Like, their best comedian is easily Dave Hughes, and the rest of them are absolute garbage. Just because you host the largest comedy festival in Australia doesn't mean you're funny. In fact, it's actually the least you could do for all the atrocities to comedy that Melbourne just continues to churn out. Before I unveil the top 3 picks, if you are enjoying this video, if you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, I'll be happier than if you didn't. Also, let me know your favourite comedian down in the comments. Other than that, let's get on with the video. At number 3, we have Western Australia. Now, Western Australia make it this high for 2 reasons. Number 1, Kevin Bloody Wilson, who was one of my favourite Australian comedians. The second reason is apparently it's just a gun place to perform comedy at. So hopefully one day I can get across there, do a few gigs. I've got no jokes to make about Western Australia. You're number 3. Queensland are number 2 thanks to one of Australia's greatest comedians, Pauline Hanson. Everything she says is a stitch. If you like edgy humour delivered with an underlying tone of rage, you're going to love Pauline Hanson. She's like Australia's female Bill Burr. She can make anything funny as well. Like just the other day, I was watching Titanic with her. I never realised how funny that movie actually is. Like, there's something about a big boat being stopped that had her just pissing herself laughing. And I'll be honest, I couldn't help but chuckle a little myself. And finally, at number 1, it's New South Wales. There is no doubt New South Wales produces Australia's greatest comedians. We produce Australia's greatest fucking everything. But all the best comedians come from New South Wales. Like, the best comedian in Australia at the moment is probably Luke Heggie. He's from New South Wales. A couple of my favourites, Frenchie, Isaac Butterfield, who I opened for twice now. Good on me. Look at me go. They're from New South Wales. But the real reason New South Wales is number 1 is because of Jim Jeffries, who, love him or hate him, is Australia's greatest comedian. There's no one bigger than him, and that's why New South Wales is Australia's funniest state. So there we have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe, and as always, ta-ta and farewell.
Ta-ta and farewell.